This conference is organized by the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Computer Science and Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering Specialization, ANML and Cyber Security, Electronics and Communication, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, Medical Electronics, and MCA once in 2 years. The Ramaiah Institute of Technology was established in the year 1962 by our founder chairman Dr. M.S. Ramaiah, a great philanthropist, visionary, industrialist, and educationalist. The journey began in the year 1962 with the two branches of engineering, mechanical and electrical, and the institute grew by leaps and bounds and currently has 17 undergraduate programs, 15 postgraduate programs. 18 departments are recognized at an R&D center affiliated to the Visvesvaraya Technological University, Bengaluru.
This conference is technically co-sponsored by IIIE Bengaluru section. This year, the theme of this conference is Smart and Sustainable Technologies for Engineering and Healthcare. Smart, affordable and sustainable healthcare solutions are the need of our today's lifetime. Many researchers, industry and other academicians are involved in applying cutting-edge techniques like ANML, image processing, data analytics, blockchain, deep learning methods and tools to obtain novel solutions. The conference invited research papers in 4 domain areas, namely circuits, controls, computing and intelligence systems and communication systems, adhering to the theme of the conference. We received totally 280 valid paper submissions from reputed institutions and universities across India, and also from South Africa, USA, South Korea, Norway, Iran, Bangladesh, Iraq, and Malaysia. So we used the EasyShare conference management tool to receive the papers from the authors and also to review all the received papers from the reviewers.
Four C's, circuits, control, communication, and computing. I think this really defines, the current technology and science landscape in the world today. It's also a coincidence, perhaps, that this month, today, actually this whole week, happens to be a 75th anniversary of invention of transistor. Right? In fact, IEEE is celebrating this whole year to commemorate, 75th anniversary of transistor, which happened, way back in Bell Labs in 1947. In fact, typically in the US, December is a month which is a light month. Nobody works there, right? Especially starting from Christmas to New Year. But these three gentlemen, scientists, engineers, were extremely busy, not going for Christmas vacation, working hard in Bell Labs to perhaps come up with a transformative event in human history. That is the creation of semiconductor transistor. And indeed, these three scientists were subsequently recognized for this marvelous feat by the award of Nobel Prize in Physics.
The competition, the world is like kind of a stuff, like we are in such a greedy kind of a economic situation, whether it is because of the impact that you have seen in COVID or anything. We have been damaging the environment. We have been creating a lot of, I call it as a nuisance in the environment by demanding quite a lot of things. But very important thing at the core of this stuff, there are a lot of scientists, engineers working on some of the technologies how to actually make sure that this impact is minimized. And it's very surprising, like all the governments, all the nations, so-called developed nations, are also taking a very deep focus into it, how to reduce the kind of a impact on the environment. As Mr. Bhatt was telling, there are so many changes that are happening in the technology. For doing all this stuff, we need to spend a lot of time. And this kind of conferences, I feel, is one of the great occasions, because I have been hearing of all these conferences mainly in Western countries, but it is pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure, like we have heard in IISc, Cyient, but having this kind of conferences in all the institutes and having such a kind of 100+ papers being selected for conference is a pretty huge, memorable boost kind of a stuff for the technology.
A very, very great pleasure in inviting all of you to this function, this International I4C 2022, which is the 4th international conference our circuit branches are holding in this esteemed institution. For this conference, I thank Professor Navakanta Bhat, who's been the Dean, Center for Science and Engineering in the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, for having accepted our request to be here with us to inaugurate this international conference and also address all of you with the inaugural speech. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank G. Ravi, who is the Senior Director in Delivery Cell at Bengaluru, who also, as guest of honor, accepted our invitation and has been with all of us and also addressed all the delegates who have been attending this conference. Thank you, Mr. Ravi. Under the aegis of our Honorable Chairman, Dr. M.R. Jairam, for the last 25 years we have been focusing ourselves on professionalizing and seeing that we try to keep pace with the technology and growing trends in the engineering education. So our Honorable Founder Chairman, our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Jairam, is directing and guiding the trust from us. So he is here presiding over this function. Also, our Chief Executive, Dr. Ram Prasad, our Principal, Sri Naidu, our Chief of Finance, Mr. Ramchandra, Vice Principal, Mr. Dikshit, and all the circuit branches who are organizing, the heads of the circuit branches and teaching staff who have been very, very actively involved in organizing this conference.
The subject is a very, very important subject for people of knowledge, especially in circuits. I would not like to go much on that. The reason is there are already number of experts, number of papers being presented to you. I would like to rather concentrate on the philosophical aspect. I'm sure that you're going to bear with me for some time. As you are all aware that we are passing through most difficult times the mankind has ever seen. But it's not that it is something as a surprise that has come to us. I think we have already had foreseen that such things would come. Only thing is, once we look at the past, then we know whether it is there or not. If you take 100 years back, let's not, I don't want to go beyond that because the modern man has started developing. Let us take it from the last 100 years, because this is the most important 100 years of our modern age. The first and the foremost thing that came about was the Spanish flu. The whole world was infected by the infectious disease. And more than millions of people died.
I'm very glad to note that MS Ramaiah Institute of Technology, in cooperation with the IEEE, is organizing the 4th International Conference on Circuits, Control, Communication and Computing. As I was just mentioning during the inaugural of this conference, it's very heartening to note that more than 100 contributed papers will be presented during this conference. And these 4 C's are very important in defining the technologies for future, be it smart manufacturing or healthcare applications. Circuits, control, communication and computing will play a very important role. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, which in turn will impact the healthcare or the digital health of the future, will really make healthcare affordable to the bottom of the pyramid. I'm indeed glad to be here to inaugurate this conference.
100ನೇ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ದಿವಂಗತ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರದ್ದು ಸೆಂಟಿನರಿ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟು 60ನೇ ವರ್ಷದ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಜೂಬ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು I4C ಅಂತ ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸು, ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸು. ಹಲವಾರು ದೇಶಗಳಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ಸು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸುಮಾರು ಭಟ್ಟವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಂಥ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಸುಮಾರು 104 ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಸಹ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾಳೆ ನಾಡೋದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇದನ್ನು IEEE ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರು ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರು ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು, ನಮಗೆ ರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಗೆ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೂ ನಮಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಜನಗಳು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಿನ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ನೀಡಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ವಿಚಾರದ ವಿನಿಮಯ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಹಾರೈಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ನ HODಗಳು ಭಾಳ ಶ್ರಮವಹಿಸಿ ಕಳೆದ 3-4 ತಿಂಗಳು ಮಾಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.